Scroll over a little bit. Hey, what's going on, guys? Logan from Mighty Reptiles here with my dad, and we got two of our little girls out. We have our bamboo pastel yellow belly here, and we got our little highway girl here, and she's trying to make her way over to me.
First she tried to kill me, and when that wasn't successful, here she goes again. Look at this.
She's gonna choke you out, dude.
When she locks her tail and her head together.
Alright, so we're here with the Q&A. That's why we got the papers. We currently have 16 questions, but I feel like they're going to kind of feed into each other a little bit.
Oh, this is going to be a long one. Let's try to be fast.
Alright, so the first one is not going to be a fast one.
No.
What is your favorite snake? And this was asked by a lot of different people. I'm going to be saying it, but this one was asked so many times I didn't pick
This is probably the most popular question. And we really need to break it down a little bit. Because some people ask, of your snakes, what's your favorite snake? I kind of by default need to say this one right here.
The highway.
This is the little highway. Her name is Star, by the way. All you old farts might get that one. No one else will. What else?
I had a hard time picking, because if we chose in between like how they look and how they handle and how friendly they are, then it's all different. They're all three are different.
Is your favorite because it's the most expensive? Is it your favorite because you got the greatest breeding possibilities? Is it your favorite because it was your first snake?
Yeah. It's like, if you're going with what I'm most excited about, it's probably the girl around my neck and the blackhead gravel boy.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're talking about how tame they are, I'm probably going to go with one of our three boys, being one for Peanut, the banana Mojave pinstripe, two for our leopard fire spider, because he is super chill. Like,
yeah.
He's
not chill. He's like comatose.
Yeah, he's like stoner levels of chill.
Yeah, he's Quaalude chill.
And then beyond that is Jack, and Jack's the guy that I kind of feel like I kind of have to default to a little bit, because he's the guy that I show to everybody. If there's somebody who isn't into snakes, and I know that he's super friendly, and I know he's gonna really capture somebody's attention, so that's gonna be something that's really cool.
If you have people who don't think that snakes are cool, or they're afraid of them, show them a pied. Show them not a high white, not a low white. Show them a 50% pied that's got nice saddles and has lots of pure white. Never found anyone that didn't like a pied. Even if they hated snakes, they love the look of that. They don't want to touch it, but they like the way it looks.
Alright, so speaking of not wanting to touch.
Yeah, so what's your favorite snake?
If I had to put a finger on it, I don't know. I can't.
I think,
because there's not one snake in here that, even the mean snakes in here, I really enjoy. So it's.
But there's another question in here. I want to skip ahead to that question. Where is it? The one about if you could only have one snake. If you had to get, Chris Brewster asked, if you had to get rid of all of your snakes except for one, which one would it be? And this may answer the question better. Logan has a harder time than I do. For me, it again comes down to what are the criteria. Are we gonna keep it as a pet? Are we gonna never breed again? Is it gonna be strictly for breeding and we're having to start over? If have to start over again,
like if we're suddenly or just like have nothing, then I'm probably gonna go back to keeping Tuco, because just off of monetary value, just because he wasn't that much of an expense. If we really need money, then I kind of have to default to the cheaper one.
Yeah.
In which case he was my first snake anyways. For
whatever reason, if we had to start over again but only could keep one snake, but then we were gonna start a collection and breed, it would probably have to be one of these two, just because either that or
Peanut. But I have to default, and
here we go.
So if we had to keep one snake, I feel like my hand is forced. I have to keep Hammy, our Western hognose snake, and that's because it's not mine, it is my girlfriend's, and she will murder me in my sleep. Alright, so second question is from Mike at Always Evolving Pythons, and it was, what is your meanest snake?
I still think I nailed that one.
What do you think?
I said anything we got from Mike.
I don't know, we got the bell from Mike, and the bell is sweet.
The
Bell
Pastel, not the Bell.
Oh.
The Bell Pastel.
Yeah, the Bell Pastel. Yeah.
No, I'm just joking. We've gotten a lot of great snakes from Mike. We did get one
One bad
of the
apple.
earlier ones that she still is nasty. She tried to take my face off today. I didn't let her, but we have a few. What do you think's the meanest snake?
I actually don't think Allie's the meanest snake at all.
No, I don't. She's been tamed down. And I would have said a couple of months ago that our cinnamon, we have a huge cinnamon girl, but
It's only for you. She loves me.
And well, she was also defensive. She's much calmer now. She was so defensive. If you opened the tub, she was gonna come charging out and take you. But not anymore. She's a lot more calm. I think based on today, I got to say the het pied. That little girl will hit anything. He's gonna say the firefly het clown.
Yep, it is the Firefly.
Yeah.
The Firefly het clown that we originally got from BCH
Yeah.
strikes the side of the tub every single time I walk going towards the rats, because I have to walk past our hatchling rack, hits the side of the tub, and she, as soon as the lights come on, she gets to the front of the tub so that she can look to see when I'm crossing, so she can smack her face over and over again. And it's just, and she's one of those types of crazy where she will bite the hand that's holding her so that you drop her. So next question was asked by a lot of people, but the one that I actually pulled it from was the Royal Ball Shack. And that was, what project are you most excited about? And I'm going to break this up into two parts. I'm going to do this season and then of what we have here.
For right now, for this present season,
Right behind me.
yeah. Well, there's two steps to that too. We got snows maybe coming.
Oh, that's true. That's very true.
But after that, then it's, are we going to get any pandas?
I think a little bit of the issue with me is that that makes me really excited about the pandas versus the snows is that our snows is supposed to be 25% chance, so I'm a little bit more confident that we're gonna get that. There's a lot more anticipation with these two clutches here because they're 1 in 16. And then we have
so that's it for this year. For next year, here, the highway,
the bamboo pastel yellow.
Yeah, bamboo pastel yellow belly hooked with that gravel boy. Those are the kind of things we want to see.
Yeah, just that, and I'm really excited to see us doing some leopard combos.
Yeah, and we've got those working too.
And we had the possibility of being able, with what we're creating here with the spot nose and the Powerball, we're setting ourselves up for different things. And one thing that I'm really excited for is trying to get some of our het clown stuff that we create paired up with Gustavo.
Yeah.
Because Gustavo is Banana Mojave Het Clown, and I just really love banana clowns.
So obviously we're talking about, now we're still 2-3 years away, but we're talking about Batmans and Gothams, and so yeah, we're keeping our eye on all that.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going way too slow here.
Yeah,
What's
we're
next?
on question number 3 and we're 13 minutes in. So number 4 is from Hissy Fit Reptiles. He said, what ball python morph got you thinking, wow, I really want to get into this hobby? I don't know if you have one in specific or if I just kind of
You say yours and then I'll toss mine in.
I really wanted, when I was watching Brian Barczyk, when I was first looking at getting snakes, when I was trying to decide what snake to get, I saw the blue-eyed leucisticus and I was just crazy about them. But I didn't have the money to make them. So it was one of the first things that came to mind that, because I could afford the Mojave stuff. And that's why my second snake I ever got was Sassy the Mojave girl. I just figured that I would start growing her up, and when she starts getting towards size, I'd get a Mojave male and I'd be able to crate them. So that was really my idea of what I wanted to do. But then I saw the clutch cutting videos from Gavin at Balls to You of his spider xanthics and all this xanthic stuff, and that's what I was crazy about from then on. What are you doing?
She's leaving you. Get used to it, they all do. So that was his. If you ask me that, I really didn't get into this because of a particular morph or even ball pythons in general. I got into it because of Logan. If you look back through the videos, you can see we talk about that, about how we started and how we each started and our reasons for it.
And then number 5 here is from Jason Collins, and it is, what are your plans for that spider xanthic when it gets up to size?
Hey, can I answer that real fast?
Go for it.
We're going to sell it to you for $1,000. How's that? No, he's up for sale. So,
Nah.
so it won't be anywhere near that. What are we asking for him?
I want to say 2.
I'd have to look. We'll do something on that. But yeah, we're Jason. We're selling him. And
Yeah.
if you want him, he can be yours.
it's just one of those things where he's exactly what I wanted to create, and it's breaking my heart, but I really needed him to be a female.
Yeah.
And because all of our females that we were looking to create with that have spider, and I'm not looking to do the whole spider thing. I don't want to mess with the lethal gene.
What's next?
We have Ken from OC Balls, in which case the Russo girl is doing good. The other Russo girl just got
To a new home.
And she is doing wonderful. And he said, what's next on your wish list? And he's like, 2 choices, realistic and money is no object. So I'm gonna let you go first. Do you want to start off with realistic and do realistic, money, and...
I'm thinking real fast. As far as unrealistic, shoot the moon, money's no object. I mentioned Super Mandarin, those are really expensive.
Brand new
it's
car
the same
expensive.
things we talked about. Confusion would be crazy. I think if I'm gonna, I don't know. If I'm gonna spend a lot, I'm gonna keep it a Kodam. I'm not gonna go for a recessive, but
Yeah.
yeah, not right now. Well, he said money is no object. If it's no object, I'm gonna buy them all. You know, let's just go that
One
way.
snake.
Yeah.
One snake.
Realistic, I think the next thing is we need to find more matches for a gravel boy. I'd really like to find some gravel girls and make super gravels and make the whole process a little easier.
Is that on the realistic side, or is that
That's
on
the realistic side. How about for you?
For the unrealistic side, if they prove out to be completely healthy, I mean, I know that they're healthy in different variations of snakes, being like the corn snakes and the rat snakes, but a full scaleless would be really cool to have.
Oh yeah, you like scaleless.
I really like scaleless. I really like the way that it makes patterns look, like when they fade, rather than it being a fade over each of the scales being a different shade, where it's able to just directly fade. I think it's really cool. But I really want to see an adult female laying eggs, like getting all the way up to 2,000 grams. And
yeah, I want to see them having healthy babies.
Yeah.
And not just enough to have eggs.
I'm worried a little bit of it being like a desert ghost situation, where like the females are can't reproduce. So that's one thing that's a little scary about that for me. But I feel like if scaleless gets proved to be healthy, then it's going to be the next big thing that's going to make everything blow up.
It's already blown up a lot. I'm amazed how the prices have come down.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And then if I just had to go for what I would get right now, with it not being proven out to be completely healthy quite yet, I would just go with the Confusion. Confusion's nuts.
Yeah.
But as far as a realistic, I want to have a killer leopard clown male.
Yeah. Well,
that's probably around $3,500 ish.
I forgot about that one. We really are looking, maybe, or just a leopard clown male.
Yeah, even just a visual.
Yeah.
Pastel leopard clown. I'd rather it had 2 genes on top of the clown, but yeah, a visual clown male that we can just do all of our clown stuff with would just be amazing. Yeah. And then TWK Aquascaping said, what are each of your favorite cars? We've talked about cars before on the video, and I'm just a little torn. I've been thinking about this one. I still can't really decide. I'm gonna let you go first.
Yeah, there are so many things you could say. As far as a realistic supercar, if we were to, make some money, that's not even realistic, but a supercar, I love Huracans, I really do. I think they're way cheaper than they should be. I like them a lot better than the Aventador. I'm making this way too long.
Yeah.
But then on the other hand, I would like to go get a Tesla in ludicrous mode and just blow them away up to 100 miles an hour, because I think that would be funny. But there's just one car, and it's real simple. It's a Tri-5 Nomad. And if it had a 572 in it and a 700 R4, I wouldn't be complaining.
If I'm being a little bit more on the realistic side, I'm gonna have my unrealistic being the super expensive cars on both ends. I like some older cars and some of the new cars. Like where I like the Huracan, I actually do prefer the Aventador, only because for one reason, Lambo doors. I don't know why the Huracan doesn't have the Lambo doors. I feel like it's a signature thing for their brand. I really like the Lambo doors on them. So yeah, it's a really modern looking car.
You probably put LED lights all over it.
On the inside?
Yeah, see? I told you.
I put it in the footwell, yeah.
Go ahead.
But if I had a car that's a little bit more within reach that I think I may actually be able to get, like realistically, probably be a Corvette Z06 or coming 2019 the Z51, or sorry, ZR1. There you go.
You like our idea of reasonable?
If I'm really, I feel like shooting for the moon for me is a $100,000 car. I'm not picturing like these $1 million cars like the Centenarios that just came out. But the retro car I like is a '69 Camaro.
Yeah, that's a really good choice, and I like that a lot too. But there's just something about a Nomad I really love.
And then let's get on to the next question. This is from 808 Ball Pythons. It was nice meeting you at the show, by the way.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Jonathan.
And who gets bit more?
Oh, this is not even close.
I get everything worse than him. I get peed on, I get pooped on, they poop in my car, I get bit all the time. It's just...
And I broke my string today. I hadn't been bitten in like a month. And I had a girl out, and I was just setting her water down for her, and she nipped me on the finger. And so it had been a while. No, I hardly ever get bitten.
I think it's also a lot of the thing that I'm in here handling a lot more often than you are. Because I probably hold each one of our snakes at least 3 times a week. Unless if they're a big female that's like ovulating or getting close to it, I'm trying to let them do their thing. One of them just splashed. But yeah, but I get nipped all the time. Like I probably get nipped 3 times a week. Alright guys, so I'm actually recording this last little bit while I'm editing it. It was an hour and a half long if I included all of our questions and answers that we chose. We actually chose 18 of them to actually answer on film, and that went to hour and a half. So I cut it down as well as cut down on the answers a little bit to make it half an hour. So I made it practically a third of what it was. So for all of you guys that actually watch through all this as opposed to clicking to the end to see who wins, we're gonna mess with the people who just look at the comments to see if their name's mentioned in the comments and stuff like that. We're gonna play a little game with them. So if you actually are watching through this, I want you to congratulate Pablo, who was our rabbit, for winning. So just put congrats to Pablo for winning, so we'll know who actually is watching through this vlog and who just skipped through it. So yeah, fun little game. Let's see who we mess with.
This is a question from my brother.
Uncle Brett.
And I love this question because I've never gotten a good answer to this question. Logan, why do you cut the eggs?
Instead of letting them hatch naturally. The real answer is I want to see what I got, and I'm not patient. But I guess the little bit of answer behind it is that there's issues that can go on with them not developing egg tooth, but especially since we have been cutting them for so long beforehand, so that I don't know if passing the egg tooth down, like if you have one that actually didn't develop an egg tooth and then it breeds on, it doesn't. Yeah. I feel like with us cutting eggs that it's just going to be a thing that we have to do in captive bred, is that it's just going to be completely necessary to breed, or when breeding gets to cut your eggs. So I just do it just to be safe and to see my stuff.
That's what I hear, is you talk to most guys and they say...
And I record a video on it.
Well, how many times have you seen them not have an egg tooth? Well, I don't remember that actually happening. Or they say, well, there could be problems with their umbilical cord or something. Or
I'm watching our Xanthic girl shed, and she's pinning herself up against the wall because that's all that she's got to rub on.
Oh well. Anyway, the reason I hear from most people is they do it just because they can't wait to see. They're like little kids.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, so here's the next question. It's a little bit more for you because you tell the story better than I do.
What's the story?
What has been your biggest mishap with your snake so far? Any crazy stories?
Okay, we're gonna let this out. It's not that big of a deal, but it was scary at the time. A lot of people, especially a lot of our newer subscribers, don't realize we haven't been doing this very long. We started in January of this year, late January. Logan had snakes, a couple of snakes before that, he's had it for a couple of years, 3 years. But we don't have a lot of experience, so yeah, we have some, everything that happens to us is a bigger deal. We have...
I'm gonna let you tell the story. I gotta go open the door.
Oh, his girlfriend's here. Anyway, we have always kept our snakes out here in this room. This is like an addition to the house. It's, think of like an enclosed patio. So it's external to the main house and the air circulation, but it's still all enclosed and it's insulated, and it's a great place to keep them. So we don't have to have them in the house. We finally broke down and put some of them inside. And we have just one 41 quart rack in there. It's like 5 or 6 tubs, 6 tubs. And went to feed, and a little rat that was like a small size, maybe, I don't know, 100 grammer, and got away, and we just couldn't find it. So later that evening, next day, we go, and that little lemon blast girl that we gave away was missing. We had just moved tubs in there, and we used locking tubs, or not locking, we used the snap-on tubs,
yeah.
And one side wasn't snapped on, so she got out. And we didn't find her for a little bit. I mean, within an hour we had her.
Yeah, it was like, it took me 5 minutes to find her. All it took was us moving the rack. But when we pulled her back,
she had the hugest belly. And we thought there was no way in hell she could have swallowed that rat. Because she was like 100, 150 grams.
And she took a pup rat.
And no, it was bigger than that.
It was a bigger size pup rat, but it wasn't quite
well,
a small rat.
Maybe it wasn't 100 grams,
but it was a pup.
It was good size.
It was weaned.
It
was weaned.
So we didn't think there was any way, so it's like we were worried. It's like, what's wrong with her? Did she hurt herself getting down? Did she swallow something else down here on the floor? I didn't think that was a real possibility. No, in the end, she swallowed that big rat. It was free, and she cornered it, and she swallowed it. So that's probably our biggest mishap. We've not really had a lot bad happen yet.
What has been the biggest lesson taught to you by any of these mentors? And I kind of wanted to break it down because I can't really mention like one lesson that I've really learned, because I kind of just really pull information from everywhere, because I feel like even if you're not an established person and if you're doing something wrong, I can learn what not to do as opposed to what to do. So I can't really say one thing that I've learned because there's a lot, but I can point out kind of trends of stuff that I've learned from people. Like when I originally watched Brian Barczyk, I never really watched him for his informational content. I watched him because he had some really cool snakes, and it really helped me focus my sights on where I wanted to go, because he really had everything under the sun and he would show it off in all of his videos.
Yeah.
But where I learned a lot of my breeding techniques and stuff like that, there was the Snake Keepers video, which I still don't know if it's available or not. All of Gavin's at Balls to You videos, like those are the most like dumbed down, like everybody can learn thing. Like he does a really good job on those. And if you're looking to get into breeding, that's the person that you should watch all their videos on. It's just Gavin from Balls to You. And then there's other breeders like Brian Gundy and Justin Kobilka, who do some different videos on like some tips and tricks and stuff like that. And that really helped me learn how to do stuff. Yeah. And the next question's from me specifically, and he's actually referring to one of my Instagram videos that I made where I had the Sterling Boy, where I was typing up one of my college essays and had the snake with me, and he asked what I'm attending college for, and am I going for any degrees. For right now, I'm just going for my transfer requirements. I'm at our local community college, and I'm still undecided as for what I want to do, whether I should follow my aspirations and my interests, or if I should go for something a little bit more practical. Whereas all my girlfriend's family is in accounting, so that's something that I'm really seeing as an option. I'm really good with numbers and stuff like that, so I know I won't be disappointed if I choose that field. It's a little bit more practical, but it's probably a little bit more boring. And then the other one is electrical engineering. If you also watch my Instagram, then you know that I'm really big into changing like all my car stereo stuff, so that really piqued my interest in electrical engineering. Plus, the other side of the family does that. All my uncles do. They're all in the same business, so that's just something that I was going for, and I'm still not quite decided on which one I want to go for. But if this takes off, then I don't have to choose.
You should still get a degree.
Yeah, I'm still going for a degree.
Yeah.
Either which way, I'm going to have one just as something that I can lean on.
Yeah.
It's from Going Yooper. And He says, do you ever think about breeding other kinds of snakes? And if so, what kind?
And some other people ask something similar to that too, like other kinds of reptiles.
Yeah.
Or are you keeping any others? Logan has an interest.
Yeah, I actually have acted on this a little bit. I bought myself a tank when over at the auction. Mike actually claimed it as his own, but I wasn't going to correct him because I'm trying to keep it a little bit of a secret, but I'm going to let it be known now. I want to start breeding green tree pythons. They're just gorgeous. I understand they have a little bit of an attitude, but I really have no problem with that. I have no problem with getting bit every now and again. But they are just really pretty. They're a little pricey, which hurts a little bit, but it's just something that I thought it was just like a spiked interest. Like I saw one really cool one and that it would fade, but it just has not subsided. So I'm like, you know, I gotta do it. I gotta go get myself one of my own. And I have extended the offer to Mike that I will buy a female to match with Ace's male. And we'll give our own hand at that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. As for myself, I mean, I really didn't plan going into this. I just did it to go in with Logan. And I've gotten into it a lot more than I thought I would. But I haven't really considered any other ones. Just as far as looking at them, I think beardies look pretty cool, but I don't know anything about them, and I don't know anything about breeding them. I don't know how that would work, but they look cool.
Yeah, it's pretty much when we go to a show and I see something that speaks my interest, I'm just like, I want a pair. I want a pair, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna make my own. I like leopard geckos. Ever since seeing Mike's what he took home, the blue tongue skink, and being able to hold one for the first time, it's something that I wish I can do in the future. So if this really takes off to where I can do other branches, that's probably what I'm going to head towards. Is I'm going to get the leopard geckos, the green tree pythons, and the blue tongues if blue tongues continue to take off, because those things are cool. It's weird. They feel like rubber. And they cling onto you, and they kind of act like scaled dogs. It's really cool.
They're different looking, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we reached the end.
Yeah, so that's gonna be it. So we're going to now go for the drawing. I just have to go get the computer.
Okay, so we're gonna break here and then we're gonna get to the drawing.
So if you made it this far or you just clicked over here, I know who you are.
And we would never do that.
Let me go get the computer. Alright, so here's the little guy. Let me see if I can get a little thing of his back striping because he is just gorgeous. And nope, it wants to focus on my face, but there you go. His back is just beautiful. So yeah. And then give it a second. Bam. So yeah, he is just awesome. I didn't get a weight on him. I'll have to get a weight on him like before the end.
Around 100.
Yeah, he's somewhere in the 100 gram range, somewhere between 100 and 150. But he is just awesome, so let's get into doing the drawing. Alright, so I just put it in, so as you can see, I have 334 likes on here. No dislikes this time, so I guess this person decided that he actually wanted to win a snake this time.
Figured it out.
And we have 309 unique comments, so despite people commenting twice, they're only going to get one entry.
That's it.
Max of one. So if we go in here, let's pick it. William S. Borrero. Xanthic spider was beautiful. It was the first time for me seeing that pattern for a hatchling, and I've seen a lot. But my question is, when are you guys going to start a web page with available animals? That's a good point. I need to do that.
That's a very good question.
I was going to do Morph Market to answer your question, but now they started making us pay. So we should probably I can probably make a little free web page. That'd work.
Sure.
So yeah, congrats on...
Congratulations.
On winning the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. This little guy's awesome and he's trying to run away.
Oh, I didn't know you had him out.
So here he is. He actually just came out of shed, so he is just gorgeous right now. And he's super friendly. I mean, he's a little shy, but there's no snapping or anything like that, and he opens up once you've had him out for a little bit.
Oh yeah, he'll start running after a while.
Oh yeah, he's just an albino. That's just what they do.
Mm-hmm.
They love to run. Alright, so congrats, William, on that. This guy is beautiful, and as you can see, he's doing the Xanthic little run that they do, and immediately chilled out. But yeah, he is awesome. He eats great. They all do.
Mm-hmm.
And other than that, congrats on winning. Just comment down below. I know you've been around for a while. So just comment down below with your email and I'll shoot you an email.
That's all you have to do, and then we'll get it shipped out to you. Yeah, the sooner the better. Let us know and we'll go from there.
yeah, and I can start shipping out starting Monday through Wednesday shipping, and so you'll be receiving it Tuesday through Thursday. Don't want to ship on a Thursday because if something goes wrong, then the snake's there for the weekend.
Right.
But other than that, the next giveaway is going to be at 1,500 subscribers, so stay tuned even though if you didn't win this one, and we're currently at just under 1,100.
We're close, yeah.
So it's not going to be all that long of a wait. We have some great videos coming, and other than that, this guy is he's hyperactive. He just shed, so he's like, I can see everything now. But yeah, congrats. I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to subscribe for the 1,500 giveaway, and other than that, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Good night.
All right, see ya.